Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Rough roads ahead. Getting kind of weird in here. Heal in the name of Jesus. Very rarely heal my own space, but we'll give it a try here. That's funny. And I turn the corner, there's living spaces. I live in God's presence. That should be enough, right? So there are some things that came out earlier today. I'm going to try to remember them, but I couldn't get out. AGY license plate series, it didn't appear to be Kansas or Missouri. Could have been, but I didn't get to see the state. That could have implications. Well, all it takes is a criminal enterprise running through the government, and that kind of thing is oh so simple. When they need the new AG comes in, they move the AGY plates and make it look normal, and try to extort and browbeat and strong arm the AG into doing what they want. 100%. So sometimes when people are elected on a certain platform, they're serious about it. And they get in there and they're just, it's so corrupt, there's nothing they can do. They figured they were taking over the helm of something honest. Like the Trump representation of law enforcement just wants to have law and order. I mean, that's bullshit. They want to have their way, and then they call that law and order. Now, their way could be honest if they were honest. Not ever being law enforcement, that's pretty much the controlling thing. It's obvious if my life is still like this, then that's the controlling thing. 100%. There's no doubt that I'm owed millions of dollars from each agency and department that ever touched my life. There may be one or two that kind of minimized it, and some that may have lucked out because maybe I moved on. 100%. Thank you, Larry. No, if Law and Order actually returned, I'd be paid like $1 million. Justice Department would arrange it, and it would just happen. Because they owe me millions for the torture. And if they don't want to call it torture, it's still psychological experiments on humans, and there's nothing I was about to do or doing that warranted it. In fact, people that are doing what they say was being done they're having the life of Raleigh. Include Carrick and all those people. They sowed their wild oats like maniacs. A ton of them are pedophiles. There's no doubt. That's the hold they have over. This is the road I'm supposed to take? Doesn't look right, but that's weird. I think. Oh no. Okay, so it's right up over that's right. It's over the interchange. That's what screwed me. It wasn't spoofing. It's just the location of this place. Yeah, the place I was thinking about. What was the name of it? I just saw it. It was a different place. Maybe Signature Place. I can't remember. No, I don't think it was Signature Place. It was some place, and I know which one it was. And I thought, and it's further down in Olathe. Wow, look at that red sun. Jesus. It looks like a red giant. It's about to blow. Red giant star. Thank you, bro. So the AGY, there was another series that came up as far as being able to extort people. Now you can use custom plates like they have now. I mean, it works too. Based on phonetics, and a lot of times what they want to say is it's their victim's mind. Sometimes the message is intentional. Sometimes the message is just designed to screw somebody's head up. So the victim doesn't choose what it means, like would be normal in some sort of real type of thing. And again, it's still subjective to the external world, right? If you're being again harassed, you're going to see it a certain way. Again, and they're projecting also. They're downing their victim and projecting a thought or a direction of thought. 100%. I mean, it's CIA science, KGB science, Chinese. I guess I don't want to call them secret police anymore. What's their intelligence? Chinese intelligence science. 100%. Thanks. So they represent this big psychological analysis, but it's bullshit. It all depends how they affect you. And they go, well, you said too much. You did bullshit all. Just too late, all of you. It's just too late. There's no way for you all to get anywhere or get up ever again, as far as going to heaven and not going to hell. I mean, you could sit on this planet and go, well, look at our lives here. Obviously, something like us. Yeah, like Trump. See, people going after Trump are the same ilk as Trump. A lot of them, not all of them. I'm not saying that. Right. So people that hate Trump are deep state also. They're just a different gang. When it comes to taking care of people, they're not really taking care of it. They're taking care of the criminal enterprise. What is this thing doing? Not a 3 Street. And why is it there? Something's not looking right here. Oh, okay. It's a different street. Make sure. Every step of the way, not every step of the way, but about 2008, I started speaking out. I guess maybe even 2007 to help them understand. 100%. And, I gave them a chance. I healed them and all that. And again, it's God. I don't really give you a chance or not give you a chance. Although I'm the face person, right? The planet's being destroyed. There's nothing you can do to fix it. I mean, if God changes the course of the planet for some reason, but again, it could be built into the construction of the planet because God knew at this point you would do this, so it's calculated that the planet would just self-destruct at this point. Thank you, Lord. Because again, we're in the matrix. So outside the matrix, God knows everything. But there's limited information getting into the matrix. Now, I don't know if they knew this when they made the movie. But again, God can make movies through people. Again, more feed us, more. Well, us is, we're made in their image kind of deal. Thank you, Larry. Thanks, bro. Just some strange way to get around this place. Probably more direct route, but not on the highway, right? Yeah. Thank you, Larry. No, God gives me a lot of compliments over the years. But we're kind of in the spiritual war mode. I mean, serious spiritual war. Our spiritual war mode before was nothing like this. I mean, this is destroy, scorched earth policy. See, that might be foreshadowing. Because that's the kind of stuff they say when they're doing my life or somebody's life that they want to take out. 100%. Well, I got to drive by the developments at night. The lady in Oklahoma, I'm connecting a little bit. I don't know what's doing it, but the lady in Oklahoma said, you remember what I told you, just do it. You have to look at the community in the evening where you move in. Again, I'm not racist, so actually, if I see a lot of Latino people, I might move in. I still love Latino women. I saw one today, and I was just like, she like gave me a coy smile, and from her car, and I gave her the up head, and she gave me the up head. She may have been black, but just people, women of color, I enjoy them. But not that I don't like white women, but I just Latino women, just I become stupid around them, right? I have a lot of friends inside. I mean, when I was a kid, I had like normal life and friends with black people and white people and Latino people. Like when I moved to the suburbs, I like didn't understand it. Hey, there's black people. There's a black person. Wait, there's no black people in my life. I didn't notice it, when one showed up. And then the friendship was a short period of time, and I didn't know we weren't allowed. There was a block. We weren't allowed to hang out with black people. He was from. His father worked at either Johnstown Naval Air Station or Willow Grove Naval Air Station, and he was in my school, and we were friends. I don't even think he was in my. I can't remember. My childhood was kind of crazy, but I can't remember. I can't remember what happened to him. I know we couldn't be friends anymore. And what happened is some of my friends were like racist, not in their presence, but after they left. So I don't even know if he was in my school anymore. I forget how we met. There was an older brother and a younger brother. Right. And they were brothers. Thank you, Larry. I mean, it's a good deal, but I don't want to just move somewhere where it's just me. You know what I mean? Right. And then the rest of the place is doing their thing. That's why, the problem is because the deep state comes in, they ruin everything. But I did a good. When I was in Santa Fe, I was fabulous down there. I took care of everybody I could, and they knew it. They still try to kill me, like the rich people try to kill me because they want slaves, man. So again, years ago, I brought up the discussion on psychological slavery. 100%. Egypt. They told me Egypt was psychological slavery, and something came up recently. What was that location? Oh, Pompeii or something like that. Thank you, Larry. So again, slavery is psychological. It's not physical in most cases. And why is it psychological? How does that work? Metaphysics. Then awoke is the theory of coming out of that slavery, but yet they're not there. Somebody planted some bullshit in it, and it confuses them. So they can't fully make it to the other side. They're stuck between the matrix and actually they're in a false world, some of the awoke people, because again, it's not based in color at all. Now, I admit white people would probably be nicer to me than a black person, but not when I'm representing people of color and things like that. So again, you're all kind of, and I brought it before, Jews have died for, black people. And of course the white guy in the movie, everybody saw that movie, Mississippi Burning. I don't care about the white guy and the white cemetery, that kind of thing. So again, there's a reality though. I mean, when we talk about a white cemetery, black, but the white guy died. Why? Didn't even have to be out there. So again, we have to be careful of what we're presenting. 100%. Because it ruins the idea, like, oh, but the white guy's not living your life. That's bullshit. There's black people that were never killed for civil rights. Those white guys were killed for civil rights. So again, the movie does kind of, I understand the thought, but again, if we go to the Bible, that's not the thought that should be presented. 100%. And I think that was enlarged. So it may have been part of a larger movement. And again, I'm not the scientist, and I'm not bucking the entire thing. 100%. God bless you. Because it's mostly metaphysical, which is where your articulation falls short. But I don't know, people don't feel like speaking out too well, you know, and it just yeah. So I mean, get to this other place. I got to figure out how to get there. The second place is it's just I'm worried about some water damage possibly, and you know it's kind of like the other place I was staying in Oklahoma City. And again, if the deep state gets busy with their criminal cronies and cohorts, they'll put a message in there that I'm a snitch and you know you're not allowed to talk to them and that kind of thing. So. There's something else to heal today. I can't remember what it was. And again, once the deep state starts this, so I have a connection to a woman, is it real or is it them? Did they call her up and send her in? 100%. But I mean, you're all going to pay for it. And you're all part of the end times thing that, you know, destroys the planet. Oh, darn it, told me to turn here. What the hell? Oh, this thing's, now this might be a spoof. It tells me to turn, but it just takes me around one of the housing areas that you don't have to turn into. 100%. I mean, it's a nice place. It's clean. It's well priced. Whoever it's you know an off-brand kind of management group, but whoever it is did a great job of whatever this is. 100%. It was well represented. The woman did well. I've been meaning to come here, but it was just like I thought this was a place I already went to. So again, that's witchcraft. 100%. Well, this group may not be in with the deep state. Although could be, of course. She was a former Floridian, and you know we didn't get too deep. And she goes, "I know, I know." Especially now, it's even worse. DeSantis was their big move. The final solution. Florida's final solution was DeSantis, but it's kind of flopping nationally. And now people wondering what they're doing in Florida. Like they're waking up in Texas, Florida. Like, what are we doing here? Well, what they don't understand is when you go, like to them, yeah, the N-word people will be oppressed here. Let's go. What they don't understand, but it's Gestapo. It's like Gestapo. If somebody with money don't like you, then you get it. There's no control. Thank you. Then they take the the computer program and skew it. Type it in there, and your name comes out the other side as the next criminal, and you have to be destroyed so you won't effectuate a crime. That's Florida, man. Rest is an illusion. A lot of people that live in Florida don't live there. That's why they have places in Florida. They had to live there. They'd run off and they'd sell it and run away. I do admit Miami, but I couldn't afford that. It has a flow, or had. I don't know it now. I needed help and I left. it was just going bad anyway. Everybody was rude, and the hit had already began, and it's metaphysical, physical, and psychological. 100%. Oh shit! Thank you, Larry. I almost moved to my own apartment in Venice, and I probably would if they weren't stalking me. And then once they got into the massage, or not massage, into the yoga, I said that was it. I knew they were probably there already, and they were like in my yoga class. 100%. But it didn't bother me. But then when the yoga instructors fell to it, I was like, forget it. And like I was getting these weird messages from somebody. I told you, like the one woman we're doing. She used me, like she came in to do. Oopsie. she was helping me with the yoga move, and I picked it up right away. I was doing great, and yoga, and no yoga, and but she was helping me, and then she took her middle finger and pressed it into my side. And I know it was being hit, so I'm like thinking, is she telling me like they're effing you? Or is she telling me she wants to have sex? I mean, they screw everything up. But I don't think she'd do that. She would tell me, she would talk to me after class, Right. So she couldn't talk to me because they would take her out. So I think she was telling me they're effing me. Right. I was connected to her. It was a good connect. She was a good person, kind of. Right. I mean, they have me in their head. I don't know if they know it's me or not, but I'm in there. Thank you there. Thank you, bro. So again, they messed that up. I was like one of the lead ladies. She started, freaking out around me. I'm like, but even like the woman that it was probably in there when I first even got there. But there's a psychological operation that they take them through. And it takes time to move them forward to something, a little more daring. Right. The people that they recruit are changed, adulterated psychologically to be, abusive to other people. It's like weird. This one, like I do these bagel thins, but it's like the only thing that gives me indigestion. I got no freaking idea why bagel thins would give me indigestion. It makes no sense. 100%. But when I stopped eating them, I was fine. Although they know I eat a lot of them, or I was. So again, who knows what they do? Like if you knew one of these criminal spies, they say, don't eat with more shops, don't shop with more shops for food, and don't buy the food he buys. Buy something else. Thank you, Lance. I had zero indigestion, so I started eating these. Am I going the right way? I guess I am. Till I started eating these bagel thins, and I ate them like religiously today, and it feels a little better out tonight than it was during the day. But I had to go. The thing said look for an apartment. I have to do it. Well, because part of it is getting you all arrested, taking you all down, so we can live a normal life. So we can't just always sit around and not do anything. 100%. Well, the more of you that we get arrested, the better it is for the rest of the world. You're all devils. That's where the world went, allowing these criminals to keep going in the name of deep state or whatever it is. And Trump's in the deep state. Don't let him fool you. What's happening is his deep state cell is being taken down. 100%. It's all like gravelly dust over here. A construction site or something. What are you doing down in there? Heavy construction, I guess. So the gas came down, see, for I guess about 8 cents or something today. And they're cursing. I have this one credit card where I can get 5% back on gas purchases for a few months, and I could barely use it. For some reason, I couldn't find my. It's a curse because I couldn't find my Sam's Club card, so I used the app, and the card doesn't work in the app. But for a little while, I couldn't find the card. Like before that, I mean that's how close they're in. So it is what it is. Yeah, so this one is kind of well priced and feels more down to earth people, but that could also mean more drug use and more things that you don't want also. 100%. Well, if I go to a place where, like she said today, that 3 interns left, and now the apartment's opened up. That's why there's one available. They all left at once. But then again, if I'm staying at a place with a bunch of intern type people, I'm not gonna probably find any friends, right? Or even people to casually speak to, right? Because they're just doing the upwardly mobile thing. And they may actually be very much, well, they're all hireable. People are just shit. What can I say? They're shit, man. What kind of people sell out and harm their neighbor? People like Bankman, right? Bankman's lawyer made the old argument. Oh, my client doesn't have vegan meals. He's being tortured. But they do have to get those vegan meals for him, and they might have. He just might not like them, right? It's usually like lettuce, lettuce bread. Probably can't even eat bread. But I'm surprised he didn't get his vegan meals. I mean, I think he's in a federal facility. They're usually pretty good at that. Unless some dude that lost like 10 million in crypto that has another billion said, "Do it, no vegan meals, and I'll pay you money." Now he's hated by people that have money because they lost money. Right? Even criminals, a lot of criminals lost money. And that's So Trump's like, I'm not a murderer. I made a perfect call. That's like, well, Trump, every white collar criminal could say the same thing. But this argument has been around white collar crime for ages, and the fact is, people are murderers because white collar criminals are doing what I say they're doing to mess up the world, so that we have criminals to cover over them.
100%.
If white collar criminals and not just the people that were arrested, the ones I all speak about, weren't allowed to do what they were doing, then people would excel, and and they wouldn't be as much criminal. They wouldn't be so stressed out. Life would be easier for them. That's Trump's theory, because he didn't murder somebody, he shouldn't be charged. In fact, he did. Trump killed some people along the way. Puts contracts out. Because he does it into the air. Therefore, he's most likely did it in his lifetime, speaking to people.
100%.
And the call is only one small part. The call itself is very little evidence. You couldn't probably prosecute him on one phone call.
100%.
But then all the other evidence around the call, and all the overt acts around the call. So I guess Kemp is against the case. He's doing the Republican Party line. I don't think he cares much for Trump, but what does he care? He's wealthy. Republican Party got him wealthy. It's not going to affect his life.
100%.
I mean, you can only imagine the number of felonies that Trump has committed in his lifetime. I mean, it's got to be astronomical. So Trump, it may be like Trump trying to cover up for an escape, like set it up. Oh, like I'm going to escape. Like people couldn't like recognize me. It doesn't matter. Yeah, all you need is Putin to recognize you, and it's finished. or the Saudi Arabians, right? Fact is, they're not going to scramble the F-16s to try to apprehend Trump. 100%. I'll say good riddance. Well, who cares if he does this? Just get him out of here. Who cares if he does time in jail? Just get him out of here. Yeah, either way, right? I really don't care. No, Trump's big enough that he doesn't have to sneak out of the country. He can just fly right out of the country. Because most people don't have a country to go to. Right? They'll just say, "Yep, bye, go back to your country." So I guess Kim might be keeping that young soldier guy that had that whatever it was in his life disruption.
100%.
He's going to be their American to tell the truth. Yeah, I'm sure Trump's going to live a good life with Putin or the Saudis. It just question is, does he have how much cash does he have? That's the only question.
100%.
Now, also on the left, they were was available, but it had I wish she was there because it had a bow, and maybe that's why she didn't like. She just let me go in there myself because it was so beat up. Had like a bow in the wall, but it was a nice location. It's just I don't know what to do. The one this morning was like a 9-month rent, which made it even better. I mean, it's like almost perfect, but it's like, again, that could be a setup, right? I mean, my living place would be nice, but it just doesn't look like it's really conducive to life. Kind of like giving it an extended stay. Actually, I probably have more social interaction at the extended stay where I'm at than I'll have there. A little bit dark here at night, but it's more like a residential setting here. I don't really see as many people as I thought I would. Maybe because it's a weeknight, right? Now, one thing I thought that these apartments were on the end overlooking certain parking spots, but actually one was, but it doesn't overlook anything but the a kind of dead space. Now they do have, I think each place had garages I could rent, but this one kind of felt like a little humid inside, so. I Florida instruction in training. Right. Now the yoga instruction trained for, I could use it in conjunction with my personal training.
100%.
I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't have. It's kind of like relaxation yoga. Way better. I wish I could have. The guy, what's this guy? I forget the guy's name. There was a guy that taught it with this woman. And she was pretty cool in California, and it was fabulous.
100%.
I mean, people fell asleep in that. This woman used to come in and just end up falling asleep. She'd snore. But it's great. I mean, you'd be tripping by the end of the class. It was that like amazing. I mean, you were like out there zoning, like, wow, this is what it's like to be relaxed. Oh wait, this isn't any. This is private. What is this? Oh no, it's public, but I gotta look it up. Okay, I got it. No, law enforcement just actually invited me here with the owner. Don't know how it's going to work, if it's going to work. I just got two cues. Thank you, Larry. Look, this guy's a person of color, maybe from India or maybe West Indies. I don't know. He's he's outside and he's like talking on his phone and he's kind of like waving it around and like the thing in their head's like, oh, he's taking pictures of us. It's a pervert. They want somebody to call the police on him. I'll heal that. Some people, that's all it takes. That's how the Karens get formed. It's in the head. I mean, most of them. Some are just possessed, period. But some talk to this thing in the head, and in their life it works. Every time they do what the thing tells them to, it works. Yeah, well, that was my concern. I wanted it to be a little better structure than I was in the city. So, all right, I need to go somewhere here. I'm probably going the wrong direction. Myself in motion, right direction. I guess not. I'll just end up going home, I guess. I'm trying to take that name of that place out of my head. Well, I could tell if I move in where I'm going to move, it's probably going to be just a lonely place. So Governor Josh is doing a pretty good job there in Hawaii. Oh, something I had sent a message. I forgot. Darn it, I can't remember what it was. It was something. Oh, okay. He's telling people to get the FEMA money. That was good. Oh, outreach. You have to get people. Not the message. They have to get people. I don't know what he's doing on the street. You have to get people like walking into uh, places where they're being housed and saying the same thing. The first thing is to bring it online and they can access online. Then you have to go to the places where they are and say, yeah, I remember, the governor's advising people to take advantage of all the funding that's available. And if you have any issues, give us a call, that kind of thing.
Thank you, March.
No, because people are like politically wanting to destroy the administration there, but at the risk of people. I don't know, it could be some sort of weird ingredient in the bagel thins, like peptic acid. I'm sure that's a CIA trick. I'm supposed to live down here, actually. I'm supposed to be here like very quickly upon moving in. I probably wouldn't have moved my storage if I had my right keys. Right. Affordability wise, though, I did pick the right location. So it did kind of work out, even though if I'm going to be effed, that was probably the place to stay, so I didn't pay a lot of money to be effed. Oh, it's not cheap, of course. 100%. Yeah, if I could have gotten a few $100s more, or it probably would have worked. Again, if I went to VA, they probably should have gave me the full Desert Storm thing, and it had been over. And they knew it. That's why they made sure they blocked it. Nah, I'm not the only one. That the whole thing where they're taking care of us is just a show. Right? There's all these laws. And that's not the truth of them. When you go in there, actually veteran information, and the guy on the phone, they denied his Persian Gulf. He found that weird. But the deep state didn't kill his life, so it's not as detrimental. 100%. 100%. Okay, heel. I don't even know where I am. Shadows, rapists, being raped. Oh wait, let me. I'm at 141st and Quivira, whatever it is, right, and south. Right. So again, this road here, Quivira, this area, a lot of people take walks. So I saw a person walking, then I saw shadows, and kind of psychic inference.
Thank you, Larry.
And it looked like to be around the fall for some reason. So maybe there's less people out. Whoever it is, maybe out here stalking now, and then in the fall, whatever crime they're going to commit, because they're not as worried about people seeing them. Right. Okay, just show me this side street there. I don't know what was that. Oh, I just missed it. Okay, here's what is this place called? Oh, it's just the one place I was Aventura. Okay, that's probably why they were trying to get me to move in here. Aventura, Clear Creek. Where am I? Quivira and whatever this is. But you go south of here. I'm thinking, and there's some side streets in there, and that's the kind of street that we need to be mindful of. 100%. For shadows. I mean, you live in these areas, and you might even have a nice big house, but the house across the street could be a horror house with 3 people being chained in the basement. So what does that mean? We have to heal horror houses away.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Oh, that's funny because Eric's is over here. Yeah, and special. All right, I'm back in specialized. I actually just had the thought. So I don't know how this is working now. I just had the thought how they put me out of specialized. I started mountain biking at an older age, and not necessarily mountain biking, just kind of adventure biking. 100%. At an older age, and specialized was what I moved through, and then I got popped out somehow. But then, like, some of the specialized bikes became weird. I guess because I wasn't in there. That's what happens sometimes. They'll pop me out, and I won't be in there anymore, and then their products will get weird. But it'll cater to the idiot deep state. Oh, we like this. We're paying $10,000 for our bicycle. My same bike over there from Diamondback, it's $4,000 and $3,000, and then 2 years later you get it for $2,500. No, I can't go to Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness trying to invite me back. I think they're waking up that the world's going to be destroyed finally, because all that climate stuff's bullshit. I mean, yeah, the climate's screwed up, but I think that's what's screwing it. Like my idea is that part of what we're experiencing is the climate changing the Earth, not the Earth changing the climate. As far as what's making the greenhouse gas expand, the actually, I could drive straight up Quivira, couldn't I? I was on my way home. I have to heal this family over here. It's obvious. 100%. In fact, the girl is at risk. I don't know how old she is, but healed in the name of Jesus. The mother healed in the name of Jesus. I don't know if the father's in there or not. Healed in the name of Jesus. There's another. Healed. Your granddaughter's at risk there, lady. Healed in the name of Jesus. See, God will bring them. If God can get on the planet, God will bring all the people who need to be healed. Not all of them, but several of them together. And I'm saying this like I wouldn't normally heal these two people over here. Heal in the name of Jesus. That's it, I guess. There's two children there that showed future, possible present, possible past, but also showed future, but definitely showed future possibility of sexual assault. Okay, where am I now? How do I get back to that other plate? I guess I go this way. Actually, and again, sexual assault is also by let's say they grow a couple years in their school and classmate gets them drunk, and again this is one of the unreported sexual assaults, probably most unreported. Well, you believe they're just out partying and they decided to have sex. That's where they put their mind. 100%. So again, you could heal that away. But again, you have the football player mentality. A lot of Republicans, yeah, my son, who had sex with girls, at the 15 or something. So again, you have a rich family that's putting that out there, and oh, your son's a pervert. Well, no, my son's a pervert. All the other guys are like that, and then they whammy that, and all the other guys are running around getting young women or young ladies drunk and having sex with them. And some of them women. I told you before, like some of these teachers are actually fighting the kid's family. Like the teacher has no power or has low in power, and the family of the kid has power, and his sexual fantasy is have sex with the teacher. And the teacher's supposed to repel that. But again, when we talk about metaphysics, again, if she gets cursed along with the family's power and the kid saying, "Hey, I want sex with my teacher," kid could fantasize about it and then actually have to and be like I said, there are witches and sorcerers and devils and demons that are kids, and they're willing things in their school. 100%. Like little Donald. So again, a teacher should be more powerful than that, but again, that's why the father is like, hey, hey. Let's chip off the old block. So again, it's very easy really to read the world, right? I mean, people are going under now because they don't want to be, canceled. But the cancel program's not real. I mean, every community has this cancel thing, and it's again just criminals, right? Right, there's a spell on the teacher's head, but where sometimes it comes from the family of the kid, and then they sue, like yeah, typical deep stater, right? And not that I'm saying the teacher should molest the child, but like the family power may actually cause the teacher to have sex with their child, and it could even be for the quest of money. If it isn't, may not even be sexual. Father says, yeah, we need another cool million. He whammies it. And then, am I going north or am I going south? I think I'm going north. And then the teacher has sex with the child, and then they get another cool million or whatever it is from the school district. 100%. That's really that's the world. The rest is bullshit. Now, some of us aren't doing that, of course, but we're trying to, I personally am trying to heal that away. Thank you, Larry. Voices are telling me, yeah, they're trying to wear your brakes down so you have to get a brake job. They just want some big outcome, some output that you didn't see, and then they feel like all empowered again. And destroy your life successfully. They're wackos, man. They're all devils. Thank you, Larry. Now, if I could afford $2,000 a month, I'd be in an apartment like in a day, right? And if I get it like around 17, I'd probably, 2 days. Yeah, but again, part of it is you're living somewhere and you need to have your life there. So if it's not going to work out for your life, like if I was, in my 20s and I was an intern, I'd give a shit where I live. Again, even in my 40s, I didn't care too much about it happening because I figured eventually I'll pick up and, get somewhere. But, they kept doing it.
What was that?
They should have been arrested, thrown in prison. In fact, there were deals cut that nothing would happen to them if they walked off. But, shortly thereafter, they started again. And by then, they had like other people involved. And then nothing could happen to them. Right. That's what their whole life is, just build a bigger criminal enterprise. I was going to go to Walmart, so I've been there. I shopped a lot. I don't need to, but I was going to grab a few items. Well, actually, I got to go to Walmart near where I live. The milk was sour. It's nasty. I mean, it's within date and everything. Like that listeria, something's going on. People, what they buy a shake or something. Now they're dead. That's a sign of the end times, man. Not even safe to go out to eat. You know why, right? Because they do shit to their victims that affects that. And it could even be cursing their victims away from those places that causes it. One of them could have been their victim. But usually it's probably a plague and it's getting them for doing what they're doing to other people. Well, even if the person's innocent, it still messes with the heads of people that go out to eat, right? There's a bunch of listeria and all that. Like I'd love to put lettuce on my fake hamburgers, but God said nope. Oh my gosh. So I deal with it. Do what God tells me. Thank you. It would actually, if I were to eat lettuce, it would it put everybody else at risk also. Because because I have so many curses coming at me, it would cause, it could cause that. It would just start cropping up everywhere as it tried to zero in on me. So again, the whole thing that we're doing is we're neutralizing their control to control the plagues that they put on other people and the hell that they give other people. But if it kills the entire planet, so be it, because it's written off. Just not worthy. Not worth it, I mean. Nothing here. I mean, it's a wasteland, really. Oh, I got $1 billion. Yeah. You'll go to hell like your brother, Mr. What's that guy's name? Coke. The first thing you should notice that and again, I'm not saying let people commit crimes. First thing you should notice that if Jesus was here, they'd put him in jail right away and then commit him and put him on like some pharmaceuticals, psychotropic drug. That's the first clue. They try to tell you the certain establishments with Jesus, but there's no establishment with Jesus. None here. None, not a zilch.
Thank you, Larry.
Overland Park Surgery Center, heal that.
Thank you, Lord.
We don't need a Joan Rivers thing going on over there. Heal in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Larry. Like if Joan Rivers could hear my mom, she would never have went there. My mom's, no, you don't go to the surgery center. You go to the main hospital. My mom's right. Man. I mean, 1 in a million, but right. My mom would have said, Joe, no way. Just like me and Bob. No way, you're not going now. Get somebody else. In fact, Bob, why aren't you like in an office somewhere setting this all in motion? Somebody that can't. Boy, he's dangerous. Out of time or something. That could be psychic too. Like a light might still have the normal timing, but if enough curses manifest around an intersection, the light might, like the psychic flow is off. So then the psychic flow and the physical light have to gel. So a person drives the right speeds and it's the same thing if you go in a store and it's usually like, it's like over too many people going to the cash register at once, then it needs to be healed. If you go to stores enough, you'll notice that a store can have all these people that are going up to the counter and it's all crazy. And then if you go back in like 10 minutes later, there's nobody there. The head of the store is broken. So you have to, or he cursed or whatever, so you have to heal it. Because it's metaphysical. Everybody that shops at a certain store can actually arrive at the cash register, 2 minutes apart instead of at the same time. It's metaphysics. But that makes people frustrated, angry, curse at each other, curse at the store. So it's an enemy attack. Well, I don't know. I don't think I found any more information out about what I should do. I was hoping it would be apparent or something.
100%.
Thank you, Larry. Nah, I need more space. I can't sit in there.
100%, bro.
Need to finish my Tower arc, even though it looks pretty cool the way it is. Am I going the right way here? Hang on. Yes, road will take me there. Right. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, bro. So, like, if you're a police officer and you know these things and see these things, you could heal the whole community. But then again, if you hate black people, then your healing won't really work. Because then it'll block it for black people and probably block it enough to mess it all up. Okay, watch. Well, because when healing takes place, it actually affects everybody up. Oh, yeah. Thanks, sir. So if you're hating on a certain group of people, you'll block your own healing. You have to stop this. Thank you, bro. And pretty much that's where we are. That's why the world's tanking. No, black people do not have a propensity to commit crime. They're cursed to it. They're physically operated, psychologically operated, with knowledge of those operations affecting their life. And they still walk around going, oh, it's because they're black. Actually, Ben Franklin was probably the first person within the United States to attempt to show, actually, I guess the world, that black children were just as normal and intelligent as everybody else's children. He actually, I guess, semi-adopted. I can't remember if he adopted them or just, took care of them, some black children, and then, put them in, educated them, raised them. Right. Thank you, Larry. It's still true. It's just you're all devils, demons, antichrist, witches, and sorcerers. And like it's really hard sometimes because there's so much hate on black people. So you get to like the really issue-ridden black person, especially like a black woman, was no way on the planet. Right, it's all messed up, and you could hear it in the minds, and you just have to like beat whatever it is down in a way, metaphysically, so you can even think to heal the person and think well for them. Like you all just accept it in your mind. Metaphysically, they're actually cursed to not even look human. I don't know if you can know what's going on in your minds. But it's only not only black, but again, I'm cursed the same way. So, and then like KKK gets in there and goes, "Well, if you're cursed the same way, so it's just like part of life, right?" Now it isn't always a voice, but I can make it a voice. Right. Oh yeah, I am black. Yeah. What of it? Start talking to it. What? So quiet it down over here a little bit. Maybe I'll fall asleep earlier tonight. I couldn't sleep last night. It was so weird last night. I didn't even drink that much coffee. I think the key is to drink 2 cups of coffee. I drank 1 cup of coffee. I drank 1 cup of coffee. I couldn't sleep. Like one a day, or if I drink 2 a day, I'm like, well, now I'm like, I drank 2 today. I'm like, I'm tired. It burns me out or something. Healed in the name of Jesus. Like this guy over here. Satisfaction that you need. I guess he's feeling kind of weird about living here or something. I don't know. He's lived here one extended stays before. I told me I was about 8 months. I said I gotta get out of here. I said I don't care. I live here. I don't have enough space. If I had another 100 square foot, I'd probably tough it out a little longer. It's like a 10 by 10 foot space. If I know 10 by 10 foot space in there, 100%. Possibly even another 50 square foot. 5 by 10. Yeah, 5 by 10 would even work probably. It's just these were built at a certain time period for certain clientele, and that's all it's really needed for that clientele. Right. It used to be like a business, you know, now it's like contractors, but like the business. Yeah, so it was pretty pleasant. And my AC's kicking. It's got the bigger AC. Like when I was in Oklahoma City, I told you the RC ACs wouldn't work when it got real hot. But the one down in Norman worked. This is the size of the one in Norman. It's like a double size. Yeah, the Wood Spring Suites in Oklahoma City actually has air conditioning. It doesn't work when it gets up above a certain temperature. If you're lucky, you can run it. And actually, now it's hotter. I don't think you could. If you have to keep it like on high all night and day, so it stays cold, or it errors. They replaced mine so many times, it just doesn't work. It's just too small for the room. I actually had the right cue when I first moved in. I guess maybe moving in would have been better, but I moved to Norman before the summer hit, right, with all the heat and all that. So I had the good AC by then. It was working good. So the deep state came in, screwed up the entire world, tried to take me out. It is not lawful to change somebody's the or the flow of somebody's movement, regardless of what you all say. I mean, the exigent circumstance has to be so realistically imminent to ever do anything. And again, most agents, if you listen in the mind, they'll tell you they're using programs that are meant for the really, really serious cases, like some, terrorist is about to launch an attack, or a fentanyl load is coming in, and they want to steer them in a different direction, right? But that's called corruption, actually. Not only by the Bible standards, by federal law standard. It's not that strong. I saw something, but it's not that strong, so I wouldn't spend the healing effort on it. Right? You got to prioritize. You got to triage. That's how healing works. Most people heal their own bank accounts, and that's how they triage. Now, my life was an illusion. If they ever say, "Oh, but he was over here and he's doing this," it's all an illusion. Once they don't let everybody when you move into a community, the first 6 months, you're doing your due, 6 months to a year. So if they don't let your due pay you back, then it's done. It's fried. You can't stay there. You got to go. I probably should have stayed in Jackson, Mississippi. That's one place I probably missed the queue. Moving all the way to Espanola and Santa Fe and all that. Right. I don't think they'd have been ready for me in Jackson, Mississippi to mess up my life back then. Right. But I doubt Jackson, Mississippi's untouched at this point. The devil's expanded. Or we're trying to cause it to shrink so we can get everybody's life back on. I don't know when we get that milk over there. I'd hate to eat the $3, but Walmart owes me anyway. Actually, I should be able to return it. The whole the retailer thing is the retailer, if something needs to be returned, is supposed to power the return.
100%.
So it's kind of something's in the Walmart system without powering the return, it'd be already returned.
What was that?
I went shopping.
Thank you much.
All right, tell me where I'm going to return it. All right, let me get out of here. I have to heal this person. I'm just going that way. Heal in the name of Jesus. She's either a prostitute or somebody wants her to be a prostitute, so I'm healing it. As a clerk comes to pick her up. She's in her short skirt. Oh, no, okay, not. Oh, yeah, it is. Thank you, Larry. Stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. Praise